Were you an athlete, school teacher, or maybe worked in a corporate world? Our careers, they tend to be the way that we identify ourselves. Now, what happens when that identity is taken from you? We found ours in real estate. Now, let us help you find yours on the Free Agent Real Estate Investing Podcast, starting now.
Welcome to the Free Agent Real Estate Investing Podcast. Oh, man. My name's Stratt and Michael.
And my name's Michael Butler, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. It's been a while.
Thank you, guys. We've been off for a little bit. We've both been super busy.
Man, I guess that's a good thing.
Right? It's a good thing, bro. But some quick housekeeping stuff. I'll let you start, bro, since you got the, what's it called?
You see it down there? Hey, guys. So if you want to analyze your deals like a pro, right, it's something that we've used to take our business to the next level. Go to mainlinecomps.com. There you're going to be able to get a 7-day free trial to pull lists, skip trace, drive for dollars, whatever it is that you need to do to take your business to the next level.
And then if you guys are looking for any type of virtual assistance, go to callmagicians.com and they will take care of you. Bro, how you been? What you been up to for these last couple of weeks?
Oh, man. Let's see, what was Thursday?
Yep.
So, I mean, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know that me and my wife, we started 75 Hard. I think we called you when we first said that we were thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
Well, not even that, huh? I think I told her that I had seen it. I was like, you know what? I need to get my focus back. I'm looking for something I can kind of dial it in and just kind of, just be rough and just be grimy with it in a way, And so I told her about 75 Hard. She's like, oh, she had just seen it, I guess, on TikTok or something like that. And you guys know she just had a baby in January. So she was like, yeah, I just seen it. I was thinking about doing it too. So I was kind of like, fuck, because, you know what I mean? Depending on the response, I probably would have found a way to back out of it some way or another. But since she had already knew about it, she was like, well, call Stratt and tell him that we starting on this day. And I was like, damn. So that's what we did, man. So what we are, I believe we're on day 11. Today's day 11. It's been fun though. I've enjoyed it.
How do you? What's changed for you since you've been doing it?
It was really adjusting to the time that we do the podcast, right? Prioritizing things. But for the most part, dude, I would say just being more conscious of what I'm putting in my body, right? When they talk about, you're kind of finding your own diet. Our diet has always been whenever we're ready to lose some weight. We don't go zero carb, but we definitely reduce the carbs that we are eating, and zero sugars, man. Obviously, there's sugar and fruit and stuff like that, but we're talking about candy bars and all that good stuff. But for the most part, dude, it's not life altering for me because it's not something. I'm very I have an obsessive personality in a sense of when I have a purpose or when I'm driving towards something. So I've been there before, hence when we started this business, when we were still playing. So me being able to dial in my focus and really just cut everything else off like that comes pretty easy for me when there's something that I'm chasing.
For me, bro, it showed me, because I'm the most unstructured person I know, probably besides you.
Yeah.
It showed me the massive hole I have in my life as far as structure and discipline, because I became an entrepreneur, so I didn't have to have those two things.
Yeah.
And then here I am realizing, oh, bro, you thought, but it's not that way at all. All right, you got to have structure, discipline, and all that, and that's why you find the integrator. And then the time management, I think, was massive for me.
Yeah.
Organizing my day and knowing, like, getting in that random ass workout at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Before you go to bed.
I guess that would be something, but again, it's kind of easier because my wife does it with me. So now I don't feel like such an ass when I'm like, it's 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock and I still got to get the second workout in. So I'm like, hey, I got to go on a walk, So it's cool because we're both pushing each other towards that thing, and so we both kind of got in our own habits of when it comes to the water. We made it a rule in our house: TV doesn't come on until we finish reading our 10 pages. And then that second workout is, we've been wanting to get out with the kids, and we haven't really taken the kids the last couple of times. But we wanted to be able to start taking family walks. And so it just worked out perfect. We were just like, you know what, 8 o'clock, it's cooling down. You know, the last couple of days it's been 106. So around 8 o'clock it cools down. We'll be able to get that 45-minute walk in. But the kids was kind of holding us up, so we started leaving them behind.
Kids, bro. And so, what made you finally want to change? Because you said you were the perfect weight.
Who said that?
You did.
I never said that.
We talked about it on the podcast.
I said I was the perfect weight. Never did I say that shit like that.
You said
I knew that shit wasn't perfect. What was the question?
So what changed your mind about you being the perfect weight?
I knew I wasn't the perfect weight. I knew my thing is I get heavy, but I have to get to a point to where I just feel disgusted about it. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Like I can't just be like, oh, like I mean, I know I'm getting bigger, but my shit still fit. I ain't really tripping. Getting up ain't too hard. I ain't breathing heavy in the middle of nowhere. So once I start feeling signs or seeing signs like that, it starts making me feel some type of way. It's got to be some type of purpose for it for me. Like I can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna lose weight. You know what I mean? It's got to be something that I'm tired of, and that's just how I'm programmed. It's probably not a good way to be. God forbid I get too unhealthy, and then I'm playing defense, right? So that's kind of what it was for me. And at the same time, with the business and deals they were starting to get spread apart a little bit more, and so for me, it's more of a focus thing. It's more being sharp, getting back into the hustle or just the grind element of it. And I know typically when I'm on a routine and my diet is good, I'm not as heavy. Typically typically that's when I perform at the best, which is 100%. No secret, I guess.
100%. 1 minute, bro. Zeno's screaming. I'll be right
back. Okay, so let's see who's all up in here, man. It's been 2 weeks since we went live, and we definitely apologize for that. We were definitely trying to figure it out. It just wasn't working. Schedules changing and stuff like that. So who's all in here, man? If you're in here, if it's your first time, go ahead and drop your name and all that stuff so we know who you are. What's up, Chris, man? Missed you at the office, bro. I see you just bought the flip. You should definitely keep that green bathtub, bro. It's character, charm. We love it. Who else is in here? Also, if you guys got some questions, kind of what's going on in your business, what are some questions that you may have on some issues that maybe you're coming across? Yeah, of course, man. Hey, we got to do something with this girl just laying on the side of the office, man. It's getting crazy. But yeah, kind of just tying in a little bit to the 75 hard, guys. It was definitely something that I thought it was dope because I have no problem really flipping a switch and just going. So I thought it was pretty dope that my wife decided that she wanted to do it also, because then I don't seem like I'm such an ass sometimes when she's when like it's been a couple of days. I think it was a time where her stomach just really started aching on her, and it didn't look like she was gonna make it because she still had to get she had to complete her workout, and she was able to really just run it out, and I thought that was so dope because that's something for me where it's just like, hey, if you got to crawl through the finish line, with a roll, whatever it is, like you just get it done. And I think that's just from 6 a.m.s and stuff like that. When it came to football, you can always revert back to get it done by any means necessary. And so for my wife, I thought that was dope that she dug down and, was able to find that. So she's been doing good. So just tuned in. What's the basis of 75 hard? So it's supposed to be more of like a mental. It's like a mental. I feel like it's less physical. You can make it as physical as you want, but for me, I think it's mainly mental, a mental challenge. And so you have to drink a gallon of water a day, read 10 pages. Audiobooks don't count, which that one I think was kind of difficult because I definitely love reading my audiobooks. And what happens when I try to physically read, I get tired and I start falling asleep. And then you have to get 2 45-minute workouts in. One of them has to be outside. And you have to take a picture. And I may possibly be missing something else. I'm not 100% sure right now. But the whole thing for me was really just to regain focus. I think in order to complete something like that for 75 days, and whether it be 5 or 6 tasks at hand, you really at all times got to make sure that you're marking off each task. And you got to make sure you're taking that picture at the end of the day. But where I see it paying off, what you saying no about?
That picture, bro. The picture.
That picture, man, is ridiculous. Every time I feel like I done did something. Every time I feel like I done did something, man, I take that picture and my wife turn the phone around on. You know what I mean? But what I'm really starting to see, I think where it is the mental part of it, and I guess physical, is because when you start getting on day 11, you know, and you're working out 2 times a day, what happens is that body, you know, as you start getting a little bit older, that body don't feel the same. And so you got to really think about it. 2 45-minute workouts, you know, your feet are going to start killing you. You know, and so what's going to happen is there's some of those workouts you're really going to have to push through it, whether your feet hurt or wearing slides all day, so that you can throw your shoes on later on. Just little things like that, having to adjust. I wake up in the morning, I take Tylenol. I take Tylenol with an allergy pill in the morning. You know, just little things that just make sure that I'm able to recover my body for the workouts later on that day.
So the picture for me was, it exposed my attention to detail.
Okay.
Right, to where I failed twice in the 40s and 50s because
really?
because I didn't take a picture. But it's because like what's it called?
It's the little things they say.
It's the little things, and I'm pushing. Things. I'm like, I fucking killed the day. I'm ready to go, and then
cortisol shot.
Wake up, take a cortisol shot. I'm good. It was just the picture for me got me twice. And then my last day of 75 hard, I was in North Carolina and I had to go on a walk at 2 a.m. because I was at that stealth storage mastermind and I didn't time block accordingly. And I procrastinated that workout. Right. And so it exposes prioritizing things. So
does your time, it doesn't switch if you're on the other side? You know what I mean? If you're say on the East Coast and you're 3 hours ahead.
So when you go to sleep, it's over.
Oh, so it's not midnight?
No.
Oh shit.
No.
Me and my wife's been trying to squeeze it in by midnight, bro. Like that's been our thing.
Bro, that's a push. And
it's a push because we're like, oh, that's the day. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like if I submit it because we're using the app too.
I love the app. The app
so if you put it in on the app, you know, at 1 a.m., it's probably gonna like say that day 11 was incomplete.
You just set the end time on the app of whatever you want it to be. My end time was 4 a.m. because I was legitimately up running in my backyard sprints.
Jeez.
At 2 a.m. to get my outside workout in.
And you're doing like crazy workouts. Like for anybody out there, like, bro, I'm not doing nothing like insane in a way of like sprints or like, I'm not even going to the gym, bro. Like me and my family, me and my wife, we go on a walk for 45 minutes. And then right afterwards, I'll hop right on the Peloton. Well, I guess so.
Peloton's crazy.
The Peloton is crazy. That shit. My ass was hurting for a while.
That Peloton's crazy, bro.
You know what I mean? So it burns out your legs, but I love it because I feel like when you're eating right, bro, and you hop on that thing for 45 minutes, that shit just shreds off you. I think I'm down 17 pounds.
Are you really? Congrats, bro.
I mean, it's whatever.
Congrats. Let's give Chris some love.
What's
Chris going on, Chris? Baby. The hub.
All right, so enough on 75 hard, because as we're talking about 75 hard, these podcasts are going to start getting shortened down from an hour because we got to be off this thing by 8 o'clock.
Family walk.
We got to get that family walk. So we talk about what's changed. It's being able to prioritize those things, right? You guys are important to me, but I'm not going to be able to be here if my health ain't right. So that's a priority for me.
Today's episode is about making millions through your network, and I truly think it's possible to make millions just by knowing people, building new business connections, and everything else. And I had a post the other day. I was like, all of my business partners I've met at meetups and with my network, right? So this is turning into it'll be a really, really big business by the end of the quarter for us. And I met you at a meetup, bro.
That's wild, bro. 100%. That's it. And I only found out who you were when I looked up what wholesaling was when I was getting into real estate, and your name came up, and I'm like, man, who this light skinned cat, bro? Like, I'm you still have that little wedding picture where you know how you light skinned dudes, you got your pants all down there, your ankles all exposed and shit.
Yeah,
right, you had that on. I'm like, bruh, this light skinned dude. I'm like, oh, he played that state. I'm like, oh, he ain't too bad. Then he look like a little DB, but it's cool, right? And then that's how I reached out to you, man. And then it's an instant trust factor there because at the end of the day, bro, we were both bulldogs, and I know we talk about just being a bulldog and what that entails and living that lifestyle. Just so it's just like a mutual connection to me. But yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Right. And so like we got that network. I did deals with Dean before I even met Dean. That was through my network, made me several $1,000s. What else? Oh, I just met a dude who I was talking to you about before this at an event I was at.
Yeah.
I'll sell that dude deals.
Yeah.
Make thousands of dollars.
Yep.
Right. So getting out and talking to people. My rental business with Kyle, we made $60,000 last year. And where'd I meet him? A meetup.
A meetup. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Your network is your net worth.
And
so cliche. Come on with your own shit.
Bro, but it's so powerful.
It is.
And I was talking to Pace yesterday. And so he created his own little network inside his mentorship. Excuse me. And he was like, my mentorship has gotten so big that people are in there dispoing deals and they're making $200,000 a month from networking in my mentorship and helping them sell deals.
That's dope though, bro. That's what you want. It's a community. That's kind of, and he's done a great job at branding that whole community and stuff like that. And obviously that's something that we hopefully we look forward to being able to do with this group here and being able to just continue to add value and stuff like that.
And it's all his network. It's all his network. It's crazy. And his company blew up because of his network, blew up to astronomical numbers because of his network. And
the people and a part of your network is obviously going to be the people that you surround yourself with. But you got to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the right people.
How do you find the right people?
I feel like naturally, you're going to, if you're doing the right thing, like, bro, if I'm in the streets slanging dope, bro, I'm a run into other dope, other dope dealers, doing their thing. And if I'm out there hustling and I'm freaking, I'm one of the top earners out there. I don't even know the lingo for it, but I'm one of the top earners out there. Chances is I'm gonna bump heads with the other top earners out there. You know what I mean? So then we just gonna have a little power circle, right? And so that that's gonna be my circle. So if you're doing real estate, I'm gonna hang around and I'm gonna learn from people that are way ahead of me in a sense of they're where I want to be. And so that's not to shit on anybody, kind of we're parallel. Like, I'm not trying to say anything like that or, even with each other. I'm just saying, like, if you have big goals and you surround yourself around people who are doing the things that you would love to do in the future, and you're steady working towards that goal, that's going to be your circle.
And like, that's what you start to think is possible. And we were talking earlier today about like millions.
Yeah.
Like millions of dollars. And I was like, bro, when I got started out, I wasn't even thinking about that. And I didn't even know it was possible.
Yeah.
And then I thought we were thinking big 6 months ago. And then we start getting around more people. It's like, oh my God, that's possible?
Well, $1 million is, it's almost like a fear, bro. Like everyone says they want to be a millionaire, or everyone says that they want to make $1 million. But when you really break that down, when you really break it down, depending on the product, it may not seem that big. But fuck, that's a milestone, bro. Just you talk about where we come from, just year one, and you talk about wanting to make 6 figures. You go ahead and do that. So then the next step is like, well, shit. Might as well do $250,000, right? Do 250. Well, once you do that, like, bro, like, you can't shoot for 5. Like, you know what I mean? By year 3, you should be starting to figure out some systems and some ways to be able to make stuff a whole lot smoother, where you should be able to do, more than double that.
And the momentum that comes from it too, right? It's the momentum of surrounding yourself with those people, and then you're there. And then, like how we talked about the social media that pushes you. It's no different than the social media pushing you when your circle is a bunch of killers.
Yeah.
Everyone in that circle.
That's why I love being at the hub, because Chris Williams is there.
Chris Williams is there. I'm there. Maritz is there.
Sheesh.
Carlos is there.
Just surround yourself with a bunch of killers.
But then like it becomes regular, like, and it's unacceptable, and you can't show up the next time and not be killing it. Because then, like, what are you doing? They're getting back, well, why aren't you here yet?
Yeah.
Like, we told you what to do. Are you gonna follow it, or are you just gonna sit there and drag your feet?
Like I'm in a situation right now where it's like I'm entering into like a new realm in a sense of like a fix and flip, right? And so funding that, learning what a scope of work. Like, I mean, I know, I get it. Like, I know I have an idea of what a scope of work is,
but we don't
like,
get it.
You know what I mean? But like, in a sense of like, how do you document that? I know it entails kind of like what you plan to do, right? A scope of the work that's going to be done, but like the formatting, like, what are you highlighting? How are you breaking it down? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that stuff yet. And so it's one of those things where you may feel dumb because you're like, man, how do I not know how to do a scope of work? But I've never been there. So now I'm in a good situation where I'm learning. Right, I'm learning about hard money. I'm learning about pulling private money to for Gap and how to structure that that note and send it to the title company and have them draft it for you. Like, all that stuff is different, bro. Like, interest only payments. Like, it's all when you step out of wholesaling and you start trying to acquire and things like that and start trying to build a little bit. Like, there's new things that come up that you're unaware of, I guess.
And I mean, but like, who'd you learn? You called up Jason.
Oh, sure.
And that came from your network. Where'd you meet Jason? A meetup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, bro, like, I don't know how to structure this. And like, I call him whenever I have something I don't get.
And you're only able to call them because we do the business.
Exactly.
We're not sitting back and like the first thing I'm thinking about is getting a hard money loan to go ahead and get my first flip in. Like, no, like I've done deals with wholesaling and, we started the Airbnb thing. So like, we've done things to kind of prove ourselves to be able to reach out to someone and them not feel like they're wasting their time by going through this stuff with me.
Hands down. I mean, I want to help everybody, but the people need to take the help. Like, they need to take the action. Mm-hmm. And Jason is more than willing to help you. One, because you bring value to him in other ways. And two, he knows you're just going to go take it, run with it, and thanks, bro. And then you're on to the next.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, like, you just don't waste his time.
Yeah. Well, you can't, bro. It's a guilt. Like, I'm about to call Jason. He's going to give me some information. I'm not going to do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens when I really do need him, another time, at some point, it's the, what they say, the boy who cried wolf. At some point, people are going to stop coming. But just an idea of kind of like when we talk about your net worth, right? And your network, and we talk about like what comes from that. So a while back, Jason had mentioned something about the business journal, right? He talked about it a long time ago. And I remember thinking like, oh man, Jason got it. I'm gonna get it, right? If it weren't for him, it's going, why wouldn't I whether I read it or not? Like, the first step is just taking action. And I forgot. And so he posted something yesterday, and all I seen was business journal at the top of it. And the first thing I did was went to the damn website and subscribed to it. You know what I mean? Like, but had I not been surrounding myself around people like that, like, I may not read that shit for 6 months. But again, just like our postcards and direct mail, it's going to come to your door. It's going to come to my email. At some point, I'm going to open it. And there's going to be some type of value once I kind of understand how to navigate the site and navigate the emails and the newspaper, right? And it's going to add value to my life in some way or another. But I wouldn't even have the opportunity to be able to do that.
100%. What's going on, Josue? Josue says he's happy to help us on our flip.
Okay.
And then
definitely, for sure. Reach out to me, man. I'll take input from anybody, man.
What's it called? He did some big flips out in the Bay.
I don't discriminate.
And then what's going on, Pritchard?
Oh shoot, man, he's about to be bouncing in a while, man. Going on his little 40th birthday little trip
to Mexico. Let me guess. Is he going to Mexico?
He's not going to Mexico, bro. It's way more exotic than that. How dare you put down his 40th birthday celebration like that?
Where you going, old timer? Let me know where you going.
Places you only see on the Kardashians. You know what I'm saying?
And then we will do some deals together, Josue. And then what's going on, Dino?
What up, Dean?
Oh, okay, Pritchard's going to the Maldives.
Bro, that sounds like a movie. Like, I don't even know where that's at.
Man.
See, I need a little bit more exposure. But I did want to answer with Cletus because he said, I know that they're always willing to help. And I read that and I felt bad that I didn't do that. So I'll call and explain myself later on. This is just to make me feel better. It has nothing to do with you guys.
But think about the people who have commented on this. We can, because we know them, we can call up and be like, hey, I got this going on. I need help with X.
Yeah.
And they will help you get a deal done that's going to make you thousands of dollars, maybe millions of dollars.
For sure. Me and Dean, we're working one right now. Can't really talk about it yet. Still waiting on some offers to come in. But it could be a potential 6-figure deal.
Right. And that's bananas. And that's all through knowing people. What else? Me going to the mastermind. I'll make 7 figures from going to that self-storage mastermind from one person I met.
And see, I still envy you for being able to go to some of these masterminds already.
I mean, you're going to go soon. You just got to wait for that little one to,
Yeah. At some point, bro, I might just have to get a nanny. Just traveling nanny to just take with me.
I mean, if you close that big deal, I feel like that should be. When you close that big deal, that's the next investment if that's holding you back.
A freaking nanny. And I want a Spanish speaking nanny. My kids are Mexican too. I need them to be able to be bilingual. I'm doing them a disservice.
I want to get a nanny and I want to get a full-time homeschooler. Like okay. That's what the goal is.
That's what Campbell and them do, isn't it?
Who?
Well, can't talk about them.
What's it called? No, it's what my mentor does. He's like, bro, just get 2 homeschool teachers. He's like, get a homeschool teacher and get a nanny. And then that way you can enjoy your kids. You don't have to scream at your kids when they don't know how to do math.
Yeah. The crazy thing about it is like we can it's funny because like all your friends are like different in a sense of like where you pull from, if that makes sense. So like with Jason's like the old head, right? Cletus and Aaron are like the old heads. You kind of like where you need to quick in and out. You know what I mean? You don't take too much of their time. Dean got just about as many kids as I do, right? And Oscar and stuff like that. So then those are folks that I talk to when we talk about navigating with kids, around our age and stuff like that. And then it's just me and you, man, like whatever the fuck we talk about.
I mean, but then they can still help, bro.
For sure, bro. I need all those conversations.
I need all of them. I need all the answers to the crazy stuff that's going on in my life. Like, bro, how are you navigating Dino? I was like, Dean, how are you navigating 2 little monsters running around and running your business? Because he works from home. Bro,
you see how I had to get to the hub real quick.
But you got to get to the hub. I only have one of them, and I'm like freaking out. Like Zeno, bro, you gotta chill. Oh, you gotta chill.
Chris, 100%.
Chris, how many kids you got, bro?
He's at 5. You just have number 5 or number 4? I think once you get past 3, bro, it all feels like 5.
Right? Just set boundaries and keep with them.
Yeah, bro. So you're a man of structure. You know what I mean? And so I think when like someone like me, like I'm not very organized. So when you talk about setting boundaries and keeping with them, bro, I can't even keep up with workouts. We barely came up with a little chart for the kids with some chores because they've been playing Roblox. And just like on any game, like you can buy like the t-shirts, little accessories and stuff on the game. And they've been asking us for this stuff. And so we're like, okay, well, my wife, we got a little chores chart, right? And they don't have to do it. It's just one of those things like, if you guys want to do this or you guys want to buy this, this is how you can earn the money to be able to purchase those things. And that's what we set up, man. Started that yesterday.
How's it going? Are they? Oh, okay.
Bro, they've knocked them all. bro. As soon as they come home from school, bro, my son yesterday and today has checked it all off. He even told me, "Dad, did you take out the trash today?" I'm like, bro, I don't want no Roblox. But so yeah, man, they've really, they've really enjoyed it because it's not a pressure thing. It's not this is what this is your responsibility every day. You know what I mean? It's just like this is what you would need to do in order to earn the money to be able to do that. But Tyson, he's pretty savvy, man. He's like, only thing I didn't do was clean my room, but that's just because it's just one point. And it makes it even worse because when we were putting it together, that's the number one thing we said. It was just like, man,
oh my
God, we can't make him work too many points because he'll like nickel and dime him. Like, okay, if I do this, and this on this day, and this day, I'll be able to get. You know what I mean? Like that's just how he's wired, man.
I mean, but
he'll finesse it.
I love how you're treating him like, okay, work for this and you get X.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people don't even get that. Like they don't get that concept.
Yeah, well, so it's funny because again in 75 Hard we're doing with our reading. So my wife is reading the story of Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Okay,
right, and so just kind of like how they met. I think it's the first book that they came out with. And Chip had talked about I guess my wife was telling me that he dropped a line where he said he works every day like it's Saturday. And I guess when they first met, for his wife, it didn't make sense because she was like Saturday, like we'd be chilling, Whereas Saturdays for him was like they got up super early. They were out working on the lawn, getting stuff done. And then, towards the evening time, it was like a treat in a way. They'd go get ice cream or they'll go, go get McDonald's, whatever. It was almost like a reward. And so
I love that.
For him, Saturdays was grind days. So he was just like, I'm going to work every day like it's Saturday. And that his parents were very like, whenever he would ask for something, it was just like, okay, here are things that you can do to earn those things. And so it was just like, it was never a no. And that was one thing that he referenced, that his parents never told him no. They told him what he could do to earn them. And I've always thought that was a dope concept.
I like how I feel like you get trapped in creating a life that you don't want.
Yeah.
And like phrasing it in your head of this is what I have to do every day, to where if you phrase everything like every day is a blessing and I wake up and it's Saturday and I get to do what I want. And then you structure it that way, especially with what we do.
Yeah.
To where if I can set it up the right way, every day is a Saturday.
100%. So that's kind of structure and balance is a myth. I just bring them everywhere I go. Yeah, that's the other way around it too.
I love what you do, Chris. I think Chris brings a different kid to the office every day.
But that's dope, bro.
Right?
Balance.
I mean, and it's not balanced, but he brings them with him and he sits them next to him and then he's working.
But it is balanced because bro, like I feel like when I was little, when it came to my dad, like it wasn't even like I needed my dad to just talk to me, bro. Like I just wanted to be on his hip pocket. You know what I mean? Like I just wanted to be where he was at. So I feel like kids are very, very more simple. It gets to a point where they just want to be wherever you are. Like to this day, my son still tells me when I pick him up from school, like, "Hey, Dad, you gotta go look at a house?" And I'm like, "No, I'm here." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Chill, bro. Like I need to be looking at something."
It just makes you realize like how important you are to them, though, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, and it's a blessing that we get to have our kids who want to be around us. Because how old is he? Is he 5?
7, bro. Whew.
Oh man! So you got 5 more years till he doesn't want anything to do with you,
bro. Got 5 more years for my foot's up his ass,
right? And your foot's up his ass. He doesn't want anything to do with you.
I'm dragging him with me, bro. It's funny that we say that too as we're talking. It's funny how this just all gets like we kind of just going all over the place, but it all can tie back to your network, right? Because Chris is someone that we're around a lot, right? And so these are things that I see him do, you see him do, right? And so it directly correlates to some of the way that how I act as a father. And so I was actually bringing up because another person, Carlos and Martha Gomez, like, bro, they take their kids everywhere. Right. And I mean, it ranges. They got them in high school all the way down to, I think the last one ain't even in school yet. Right. And so they just closed on their first flip, right? That really expanded their mind on the things that they're able to accomplish. And they're posting pictures with them and like their kids at the title company chilling, taking a picture in front of the plaster. You know what I mean? Like that's exposure. Like to me, that's awesome, bro, to see it. I love seeing it. The Gomez has a flock has a flock of kids too.
The Gomez's have a flock of kids, and I want a flock of kids.
No, I don't.
You really? Oh, you guys are done. I want 6.
Yeah, I don't want 6.
I want 6.
You better get moving, bro.
Wait, bro, I'm not. If I can convince Kalani to pop one out every single year once we turn 30, we'll be fine.
Oh, just give it all up, huh?
Just like, like your life's over. You're gonna pop out a baby every year.
But you know, we had Tyson. Well, I feel like it was a long time ago, right? I was 20. Found out we were pregnant with him at this chill. I was 23. My wife was 22. And he was born literally exactly a week after my birthday. So my birthday is April 11th. His birthday is April 18th. And so I had just turned 24. And I feel like since the age of 24 till I guess now, right at 31, I feel like it's just I'm ready to I'm ready for the next chapter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's just because, you know, and you're younger than me. So I mean, Zeno's what, 4?
He'll be 4 in August.
Okay. And you're how old?
26.
Yeah, bro. So I mean, shit, he started younger than me. So if you're gonna start popping out 5 more kids by the time you hit 30, bro, you ain't doing shit till you 40.
So I mean,
you know what I mean? Like,
there's that, but at the same time, okay, by the time I'm 30 and I do have a nanny and I can pay for that home, and like I can structure a life to where it's completely there.
yeah,
And I'm not worried about taking them with me, right? Building the business the way I want it to be so I can spend more time with my children.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want to be the dad who's like, we're going and doing stuff all the time. They can come see me work. But
I see
generally,
how dope that can be though. But honestly, like it's funny because even when I brought it up to my wife, I was just like, and it was a wild even thing to bring up because I was just like, man, like we were just thinking about like things that we want to do, and it's just like it's almost people had told us like at the end of the day, I can't remember the last time me and my wife has gone somewhere that's just me and her. I mean, we still haven't had a honeymoon.
yeah, that's tough.
You know what I mean? So like when you really think about that, it's just like, okay, like, you know, at some point it's just like and it's not even, you feel bad because I don't want to leave my kids. Like I want my kids to come with me, you know, but so it's just one of those things you want to be able to go somewhere and be able to go spend the night at the time, you know, go have dinner, go see some things, which you and your wife, your kids can still come. You know what I mean? But you just got someone watching them at the time. And that's in the discussion of like looking for a nanny or like just someone that when we travel, we take someone with us that we trust. And that's the hard thing too, right? Someone that you trust. You know, moms ain't just giving that up. No. You know what I mean? That's a process in itself. So if anyone has gone through finding a nanny that they travel with and stuff like that, I'd love to be able to hear your perspective on that, kind of what you went through and kind of where you even started that process. Because that's, bro, where we come from, we don't hear about people having nannies. No. Like, and this isn't even to be rude, and I mean this in the best way possible, but like that was like a white thing, bro. Like, like you know what I mean? Like it felt like I was cussing when I said something about having a nanny. You know what I mean? But then when you really think about it, like a lot of successful people, I mean, you got to be able to go do something, be able to work while you're there, or be able to, you know, spend time with your significant other, but still be able to bring your kids with you without having to leave them back at, you know, at home.
All right, well, it goes into that like myth of balance, and you're just trying to create something to where you get the best of both worlds.
Because even with your wife, bro, like you want your wife to be able to enjoy those things too. Like I could bring my family with me and I can go out to a mastermind, but who's chilling in the hotel room or at the Airbnb with the kids?
With the 2 kids. With the 3 kids.
With the 3 kids, bro, like my wife. So that's not a fun trip for her.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But she also wants to bring our kids with us. So that's just to me, that's a great balance of being able to do that and still be able to have your family with you. Because then we can come right on back. We can spend all day with the kids and then have a night for ourselves.
100%. It's an honor to expose my kids to this. Even in the struggles, the ups and the downs, they're learning a different perspective to life, career, wealth than they'll learn anywhere else. 100%, Chris.
100%. That's an awesome comment, bro. I wish we could like them, ping them.
Right? Like.
That's awesome, bro.
And just to acknowledge Kalani said chill. She ain't having 6 kids. I'm still working on her, bro. I'm still working on her. Like, yeah, we're gonna have 6 of them. We're gonna have 6. It's gonna be awesome. So in 5 years, if money wasn't an issue, how would you structure it?
How would I structure what?
Your life.
It's tough, bro. I love what I do. I love what I do, but honestly, I would love. I don't know how. I know I want to. I know I want to be able to have a home for us that we all are able to have the things that we love in them. You know what I mean? I am kind of a homebody in the sense of like I want to be able to have our house be a place that we just love to be. And I'm not saying this big ass elaborate house, just something just gets with some space, right? I want to be able to kind of just get up and go. I would love to be able to expose my kids to just traveling. That's something that's awkward for me to even say because you're talking about the first time I ever left California was on a flight to Hawaii when I was in college for the bowl game my freshman year.
Right.
So my first flight was 6 hours. First flight was 6 hours. You know what I mean? But like I was 19 years old. Like think about that. The first time I left California was 19 years old when I got to college. That's wild, bro. Like it's still weird for me to see people like when you travel like back and forth to Utah and you're like going, I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? It seems like it's like out of this world type thing for me. And so I don't want that to be that way for my kids. I want to be able to go somewhere and just because we, it's a place that we've always wanted to visit and enjoy those places. So that's kind of how I see my life. Being able to just get up and just go, I guess kind of what Kyle's doing at this moment, right? He loves what he does. He does his business. He ain't got no kids, but I'm just, what I'm saying? But, we're going to do what we got to do with having the kids. But the concept of being able to go to spring training baseball games, like we love baseball, bro. So being able to go spend time in Arizona during spring training.
Y'all weird for that.
I played center field, bro.
You really did, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The freedom to create experiences and the freedom to be present, bro.
Yeah,
Chris is dropping dimes.
Like, bro, I want to go to Disneyland Tuesday through Thursday because everybody else is at work and school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of shit I like to do.
How do I want to structure mine? I want to have a nanny. In 5 years, we'll start to have another kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have a nanny to like watch Xena.
Another chill pop up. Chill.
Right. Another chill, dude. Chill.
Gonna have 5 storage facilities.
Right. I mean, I struggle with this though, but it changes all the time. Like, how much money do I want? What do I want it to be like? I really want to be able to fly back and forth to Salt Lake whenever I want.
Yeah.
Spend as much time with my family as possible. So my dad, I didn't tell you this. My dad just broke his fucking hip after he just had a seizure. And so I'm spending the next month out in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
But like, okay, now I'm just going back and forth whenever I want. It's not even an issue.
Maybe we'll come visit in Salt Lake, bro. I've been watching this show on Netflix. I think is it Home Edit? Not Home Edit. It's some show. It's in Salt Lake City and the mountains are gorgeous, bro. It's just like it just looks so clean over there.
Bro, come out. I love
you know what I mean? Just to kind of just break us from something. You know what I mean? Just to step out of our normal day-to-day type stuff.
Take my life
on a flight and
it's crazy how you think you'd live some elaborate life. Mm-hmm. But now that like I know what's possible, like, oh no, like I'd travel a lot.
And it's simple, bro.
Even with a nanny, even if I wanted to travel the world, that sounds like it sounds impossible. Right? If I have with like 3 kids, right? What are we gonna have? 2 nannies?
These people
then we have 6.
They love kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like you know how you go to preschools? Like I take my daughter to school and I still think her teacher's crazy. I'm like, you like find joy.
Like you like herding cats for fun. You like herding cats for fun.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's the type of personality you're talking about. You know what I mean? So like, it's a true joy for them. And so for me, I just, I always tell my wife, I'm like, I want an older Mexican lady who can just throw down. Kids get great meals. They get great stories. I just kind of like, that's just kind of how I've always seen like a nanny.
And to tie this all back into the network, I didn't even know it was possible to have a nanny, have a full-time homeschool teacher until I had a mentor. I started going out and meeting people. It was like, oh no, like you don't need to do that. Just go do this, this, and this, and it'll structure the life the way you want it. That's the way we have it.
Homemade tortillas, baby.
Homemade tortillas.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Hey, if they ain't acting right, you know what I mean? What she say? Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm passive, just like I am my wife. Like, what'd your mom say? What the nanny say? Do you do that when she here? All right, then you ain't do it.
Do you do that when she here?
I'm trying to get away on me.
All right, bro. I think you got your walk.
Yeah, I'm
bro.
about to say, let me get
8:05.
going because we actually started a little bit late because of you, but whatever.
Bro, you know what? Don't even put this on. Don't put this on me.
I got 2 workouts in to get, bro.
You got to get into workouts?
Oh, for sure. So we'll go walking, and when we get back, I hop on the Peloton.
Oh, boy.
Sometimes I just like to grind that shit out.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for interacting so much. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Next week, when we going, Stratt?
Bro, 7:30. God damn. Can we do 7? I hoop on Thursdays at 6:30.
Brother,
I need to get my 45-minute hoop session in.
So you guys let us know. Do you like 7 or 7:30? And would you rather have Thursday or Friday?
I damn near want to start doing like Tuesday.
Okay, so how about after you guys watch this, or if you're still on, go ahead and comment what day you guys would like for us to do the podcast and what time of the day works best for you guys. And then from there, we'll just kind of just tweak it and let you guys know. Let's just get a feel for kind of what the audience, how they feel like it would best fit their schedules. And then we'll figure it out.
Orale.
All righty, guys. So thank you guys for tuning in with us, man. We thank you for all the feedback and just participating, all the participation and stuff like that. Make sure you guys follow us both on Instagram. They're both tagged on there. And yeah, well, I'll at you.
Wait, hold up.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to close it out yet?
No, I mean, like you didn't shout out Mainline Comps.
Oh, man, it's down at the bottom. It's been there for the last 46 minutes.
But you got to talk about it.
Reading is fundamental. If you're looking to analyze deals, you're looking to take your business to the next level, go to mainlinecomps.com. Get your 7-day free trial.
There you go. Go to Call Magicians if you guys want to make more money. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
All right, see you.
Thank you for tuning in to the Free Agent Real Estate Investing Podcast. Don't forget to give us a 5-star review. If you would like to stay in touch with Stratt and myself, follow us on Instagram. And please be sure to subscribe to our Free Agent REI Podcast YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up.